So I'm going to ask you, what is the hardest thing about being single? And then I'm going to ask you guys what the hardest thing about being married is.
No, the hardest thing about being single, honestly, is just like alone time. I'm gonna just speak from my personal experience and my perspective. I'm a man, I'm a man of God, trying to pursue God, trying to pursue righteousness. I heard this dude said, it's like, are you comfortable in your own solitude? Are you comfortable just being by yourself? Are you happy just being on your own, right? Like being in a room by yourself, spending time with yourself, and not having to rely on being with someone else. I feel like the hardest part of being single is the intimacy, right? Intimacy with another person, like, the warmth of someone else, you feel what I'm saying? That's what ends up getting us in trouble sometimes, you feel what I'm saying? God said it's not good for man to be alone. We all have that desire to want to be with someone else, to share their life, to share their experiences with someone else, to show love to someone else. We all have a capacity to show love and want to show love. The hardest part of being single is doing it righteously, being patient, waiting on God, waiting for the right person, and not overextending into things that we're not supposed to be doing. And so,
hard part about, you said the hardest part of being married. I don't know that it's really hard, but the ability to compromise, and you have to absolutely compromise, and you have to, I'm sure you guys all heard the phrase, pick your battles. And it's really, really a true thing that you have to do in marriage, because I think it probably took me 15 years of marriage to get to the point where you just kind of pick your battle. We could have had a fight tonight. So when we were home, I said, I'm gonna get some chicken and bring over to the thing. She said, oh no, don't bother getting no chicken while she's eating a sandwich, right? And as soon as she mentioned going to Wawa, so I said, okay, I didn't say nothing about the chicken. All right, forget about it, because you pick your battles, right? I pull up to Wawa. She says, nah, don't even worry about it. Go buy it. So meanwhile, now I haven't had anything to eat. Now I could have, I could have flipped out, made an argument, but I said, you know what? Jade's got some potato chips over there. I'll just snack on something until I get out of here. I think in any relationship, whether you're single or married, you have to operate in full integrity. You have to do what you say you're going to do and be the person. Don't pretend to be something and you don't want to appear wishy-washy, because once you jeopardize your integrity, you can't buy it back. If somebody caught me in a lie for something simple, they may not call me out on it. They may not say anything, come give me the high five, but then when a situation comes where it's time to give me an opportunity to do something, and they remember, you know what, man, he lied about that little bitty thing, and they don't even have to call you out on it, but your integrity can absolutely make you or break you.
So I would say, I think that the hardest thing is recognizing that you're God's creation, right? And that He created you with your desires, and who you are is not an accident. And sometimes I think people get in a relationship and they're like, oh, I'm married, and so, I'm just a wife, or I'm just, it's his job to make me happy. It's not his job to make you happy. If you don't bring a happy person to the relationship, or a person that knows what makes them happy, you're going to make somebody else very miserable, right? Because if you don't know how to make you happy, that's not his job, right? So that's, I think, a hard thing, because people think, oh, I'm going to get married, and then when I get married, he'll make me happy. And you got to balance that, right? Because part of being married is recognizing that you have two unique people and you love differently. His love language is not my love language, but I love him enough to know and learn his love language and love him, So recognizing that you bring a unique person, that God created you with all of your, I don't know, I'm waiting for God to tell me what I like. What do you like? You made that. That's divine. That's from God, who you are. Recognizing that and not trying to just he likes my hair short, or he likes me to wear, I don't know. Just be who you are and love at the same time.